Poor old Donkey Kong. He's about to have some potassium-flavoured birthday cake with his friends as some bloody Viking penguins come along and nick his island. Though why they want to place their only means of transportation and escape on top of an active volcano is anyone's guess. But this is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which sounds like a 90s flavour of Starburst. I'd really consider this to be the first true new Donkey Kong Country. You may think I'm gone insane saying that, but what I mean is that Donkey Kong Country, while good, really had to stay in the original shadows, throwing constant references to be able to stand on its own 2 feet. And Tropical Freeze feels finally like a new Donkey Kong Country game, and in glorious HD to boot. Of course there's the odd throwback still, minecart levels, Dixie Kong returns as a partner, but no surprisingly, for the first time so does Cranky Kong, who forgoes the rather handy hovering Diddy and Dixie bring in favour of a walking stick attack, reminiscent of Scrooge McDuck's in DuckTales. Pretty handy in spike-filled levels. I do love the whole aura of the levels too. There's always something going on in the background of levels, and one level where the enemies are playing giant tubas in tune to the game's music, which you can interact with. These odd little touches just make the game feel that little more special. But the most striking thing about Tropical Freeze, and what I admire the most, is the fact this game doesn't hold your hand in its gameplay. I mean, it's not Super Nintendo Donkey Kong Country tough, as it at least gives you 2 hits before you die, 4 if you have a partner. But coming off a spate of mega easy titles like Link Between Worlds, it's nice to see that Nintendo have noticed that not all their audience are 7-year-olds. The only downside for me per se is the controls. I personally forego the Wii Pad, which has absolutely 0 benefits anyway in using, in favour of the Pro Controller. I lost the motion controls from Donkey Kong Country Returns and now mapped to the various buttons, with the most awkward being the ground pound being set to the trigger buttons. You can set the buttons to either analog or digital, which I wish they used both anyway, as I prefer switching from time to time on the fly, but the fact you can't map the buttons to what you actually like make an already hard game just that little bit annoying too. But overall, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is a thoroughly entertaining game. You can see the amount of time and love that's gone into each and every level, each with lots of secret paths and areas, and it's a real throwback to the high-budget platformers of the 90s, difficulty and all. So if you're a Wii owner, you'll be bananas to miss this. Oh come on, can you think of anything better to say at the end? You'll go ape if you miss this? See, there's not much to really go on, is there? No. I'll get the code.